Howdy, cruisers. I know it's late, but this is me trying, and okay, a video every day. All right. Can we keep this up? We will see. Today, we are going to talk about everyone's soon-to-be favorite cruise line some more, Margaritaville at sea. I'm sure you have read the news. If you watched my last Under the Covers video, you know that Margaritaville will be acquiring the Costa Fortuna and turning it into the newest Margaritaville at sea vessel, which I predict will be named Margaritaville at Sea Latitude. But hey, options are open. However, some loyal, longtime members of the court came up with some other things that we need to discuss about this new ship that Margaritaville is going to be sailing. And I think they are worth some comments and predictions. Number one is, where are they going to home port this vessel? Now, the Carnival Destiny class, Carnival Destiny and that class of ship was at one time the largest cruise ship sailing. And that means she is a little too big for some ports. She will not be replacing Islander because the Sunshine Skyway Bridge has a height of 181 feet. And Carnival Destiny apparently is 195 feet above the waterline, so she definitely will not fit in Tampa. Granted, without the whale tail, the Costa funnel might be a little bit shorter, but we're just going to go with 195. Another option, well, they were hoping perhaps for Jacksport, but the Dames Point Bridge is 175 feet, so she definitely will not fit there. Yeah, those are the two most Margaritaville type markets, and they're probably pretty bummed that she will not fit into Jacksport, but there are plenty of other options. So I was thinking about it, looking at the map, and there's a couple that, well, we should probably rule out initially. Savannah, I'm sure they were looking at Savannah, but Savannah has become rather cruise unfriendly. They refused to renew Carnival's contract, so I don't think they're going to be wanting another giant vessel, even larger vessel than I think what Carnival had there, coming in. So yeah, unfortunately, Savannah's out. I don't think they would want to go any more north than that. So Baltimore, that's not going to happen unless they do something crazy like Bermuda sailings. But I don't really see that happening. I hate to say this, but I don't think they're ready for the South Florida market. Port Canaveral, Fort Lauderdale, Miami. That might be a little bit too ambitious for them right now. And yeah, Margaritaville at sea latitude will not fit in West Palm Beach. Paradise is going to be there for a while. Don't know if they could ever really replace her. So on the East Coast, where does that leave them? Well, there are a few obvious options. There's Mobile, New Orleans, and Galveston. Problem is they're kind of far away. Sailing from Galveston almost requires always 7-day turns. Maybe they're into that, but they might want to try the smaller 3 and 4 day markets first to get people kind of used to it. So that was probably a little bit out. I don't know. New Orleans, I'm not feeling it. Right? Possible, but I just don't see them fitting in there. But let's clear a couple of plea wild cards. Right? What if they tried something crazy like Freeport? Right? The ship will definitely fit there. There is a little port area. They do have a terminal, but that would be for Paradise. But they could do something really novel, like have a package where you could fly into South Florida, Palm Beach, Florida, take Margaritaville at Sea Paradise over to Freeport that night, right? Then you just get off that ship and, head right over to Margaritaville at Sea Latitude, and then do a longer sailing from there, and then maybe fly back or just get back on Margaritaville Paradise. Who knows? Why not? That would be to make up for air travel. Of course, there's other options, like they could make a play for Nassau, but that would be a little bit difficult. So, yeah, there's I won't say they're running out of options, but there really aren't that many options. So, what I came up with was this: they have money, right? They have money, so they might just decide, we're going into Miami. They might offer to rehab the terminal that is just west of AAABC, right? Where MSC used to be. Why not? Or however, I think their most practical option, realistically, is Mobile. But there is another very possible option, because there's no cruise ship home ported there for this year. It doesn't look like into next year either. It's on the West Coast. What if they made a play for San Diego? I think that would work out very, very well for them. So yeah, let's see. Where will Margaritaville at Sea Latitude be going? Mobile or San Diego? That's one of those two is where my money is. Okay, next, somebody asked, who do I think the godmother is going to be? They don't do godmothers. Margaritaville at Sea Paradise doesn't have a godmother or godfather, and Margaritaville at Sea Islander doesn't have a godmother or godfather, and it kind of makes sense, right? I don't think it's just that they never thought about it, but Margaritaville, this is Jimmy Buffett's thing, and they probably don't want, for like marketing reasons or anything like that, for the organization to be really closely associated with any other artist. It's a Jimmy Buffett thing, and they just want to keep it that way. So it does make sense that these ships just may never have godparents. So yeah, let's accept that as the reality and move on. But this does give me an opportunity to talk about somebody who absolutely deserves to be godmother of a ship. And I find it absolutely tragic and an affront to American values that no cruise line has honored our national treasure, Dolly Parton, with being godmother for a cruise ship. I'm very upset about this. So I thought, okay, who could do this? Like, who would make sense? Who would it make sense to invite Dolly Parton to be godmother of a cruise ship? And, well, realistically, I think the best option, because it kind of would fit their vibe if they changed up one thing a little bit, Holland America. Yeah, if they ever order a new ship, I think Dolly Parton would be a great godmother for this new ship. And it would give them a great opportunity to kind of reformat B.B. King's into the Grand Ole Opry. I commented on that on Rotterdam. The B.B. King's, that's getting a little, back there. Grand Ole Opry, still fresh. And, Dolly Parton as the headliner would be amazing. But there is another option, right? There's another cruise line that's making some big moves, and they might want to make the biggest move of them all. Could you imagine Dolly Parton being the godmother of the next MSC world-class ship? Or maybe one of the new Explora ships? Dolly Parton is godmother on Explora? Calm down. It's okay. A boy can dream, can't he? So yes, Dolly Parton, she definitely deserves a cruise ship. I think Holland or MSC are the best options for her. Finally, okay, ship names, right? I've been calling her Margaritaville at Sea Latitude because it seems to me to make the most sense, but I think I did mention Saturday as an option, very weekendy, and a longtime loyal, worldly member of the court brought up the fact that one of Jimmy's original hits was Come Monday. That's a great option. The Come Monday, it's something they would have to commit to. Okay, so they need at least 3 new ships, right? So it'd be the Margaritaville at Sea Monday, Friday, and Saturday. You got the weekendy vibe. You got the Jimmy Buffett vibe. But they would have to do this because having one ship one day would make a whole lot of sense. And by having 3 ships, they could definitely, they could do the come Saturday, come Friday, come Monday. Then they could guarantee you would come 3 times a week at least aboard. No, you would come aboard 3 times. No. Okay, I'm going to stop right there. Okay, well, there we go. That's our latest wrap up on I'm going to call it drama. On the goings on with Margaritaville. Where are they going to send their new ship? Who deserves to be godmother of a ship? And some potential new and fun, very fun, names for, the former Costa Fortuna. Thank you all for participating in the comments. Please like, subscribe, share if you want to see more of these videos. And if you have any more predictions or comments or things that, we need to chat about, let me know down in the comments and maybe we will talk about them under the covers.